Does it seem like traffic is extremely light for Miami? Well, it is Sunday morning.
Hello everybody. Today's trip is going to be a little weird. Well, as you can see, I'm flying solo. I am making this first leg of the trip by myself, and even though you don't see her as quite as often, my wife, she's usually right here, sitting next to me. She will meet up with me at some point in Atlanta. But for now, I'm just driving north towards the Orlando area on US 27, and we'll see what transpires. I have a couple of places that I want to show you.
The levee to the right is Lake Okeechobee, and this right here is where I usually take my first break of the trip, when I take US 27.
I'm riding with my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV.
This is John Stretch Park. Let's fly the drone. There you have it, Lake Okeechobee, Florida's inland sea. It is actually at one of its highest levels ever, and it looks like something's burning out there. We see the Miami Canal, which eventually ends up being the Miami River. And here it is, John Stretch Park, where we are. I try to go after that boat, but it is going way faster than my drone. This ominous smoke here to the left is caused by the burning of the sugarcane leaves before the harvest, a practice that has been criticized by many environmental groups. It is cow country and sugarcane country. I think I see a thunderstorm brewing on the horizon. Yep, it is going to come down. It is not a matter of if, but when. And it already rained through here some, as you can see. Well, I managed to outrun the first storm, but by Sebring, it seems inevitable. Eventually, the storm subsides, and I make it to Lake Louisa State Park. Such a beautiful place.
Well, this is very nice. This is called Lake Louisa State Park. It's a Florida State Park, and here's my site. Looks like it's gonna be a nice sunset too. So, and it looks like it might rain too. Very bad weather coming this way. It's a fishing pier. Oh, well, after all that rain, it's only appropriate.
How about a room with a view, huh? driving through the dark, stormy night. And I promised myself I wasn't going to show you any Disney at all. And there you have it, where dreams come true. Wasn't it the happiest place on earth at one point, or did I dream this up? Or maybe that was Disneyland. Well, anyways, the reason I'm here is I'm having a meetup at Disney Springs. In true Disney fashion, this is the most organized parking garage I've ever seen. There's a sign telling you how many spots are available on each floor, and there are arrows telling you where those are. How cool is that? And here we are at Disney Springs, an expanded version of what used to be called Downtown Disney. Well, it's had many names. Well, it is a very Disney-like shopping mall and overrun with tourists, even on this rainy Sunday evening. Incredible. I'm going to T-Rex to meet up with viewer and executive producer Eric O. T-Rex, by the way, is like a prehistoric version of the Rainforest Cafe, owned by the same company. Very cool in its own right, in a very Disney-esque fashion, with animatronic prehistoric animals and all that. Fun times. We walk around a little bit towards the older section of Disney Springs. Remember that Lego dinosaur? I sure do. Yes, as I said before, it is very Disney-esque. The Rainforest Cafe, a Ghirardelli, World of Disney. That's very cool, the rolling piano. Well, kudos to Disney. Even though no one is really paying attention to her, it is really refreshing to me to see someone talented singing and playing live music on a rolling piano, no less. It's time to go. By the way, if you want to join the growing support community or even become a producer, just go to patreon.com/travelingrobert and sign up, and you'll make me very, very happy. Good morning. I go for a quick run on this beautiful morning. It is so quiet and peaceful. Okay, let's go explore. Recycle and trash first. Remember to share the road. Well, there are a couple of attractions here in Claremont that I want to show you. The Tall Tower being one of them, but first, let's visit the President's Hall of Fame. Not the best statue of Lincoln I've ever seen, but I'll take it. There's this state dining table replica with lots of memorabilia in this first room. Then there's this model depicting the construction of the White House. Also, a small replica of the Liberty Bell. In the next room coming up here, we have the Piece de Resistance. there is this magnificent miniature replica of the White House with exquisite detail using a 1-inch to 1-foot scale. There is this animatronic of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and here's John F. Kennedy himself, followed by what's supposed to be Marilyn Monroe, I guess. It doesn't really look like her, does it? And here's the aforementioned White House replica that we are going to see in much more detail very soon. It is amazing, the intricate detail of the inside of the rooms. Here's a Lincoln's office and the World War II War Room. Let's take a peek. Here's the first floor of the West Wing. There's the Oval Office.
Hey there, Obama.
The press briefing room. As we move to the main part of the building, this is of course the State Dining Room. Such exquisite detail. If it wasn't a miniature, you almost feel like you're looking at the real thing. The First Lady's sitting room and the President's bedroom. It is truly amazing. I am really enjoying this unique peek into the presidential home. Next to the presidential bedroom is the president's study, the library, the map room, the red room. Once again, the president's study, and now moving towards the center, there's the yellow oval room. The blue room, and the diplomatic reception room, the treaty room, very cool, and below it, the green room, and below it, the dish room, the china room, the Lincoln bedroom, the East room, and the Vermeil room. So beautiful. The first family theater down there. And I guess they haven't had time to make a Trump animatronic yet. That'll be funny. But here we have Barack.
Obama just moved.
There's the Oval Office, once again. The president's private dining room. The Oval Office, I always thought it was way out there in the middle. The reason I am spending so much time here is because I am truly fascinated by all this. I wish the FDR animatronic was actually working. Some of these characters look quite good, others kind of creepy. So much memorabilia amassed in such a small space. The Oval Office under Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, the other Bush. Here's an awesome painting by the exit with all the presidents together. Well, as you can probably tell, I really liked this. To me, totally worth the $15, and it is actually an annual pass, so you can come back.
Back here they have a replica of Mount Rushmore. I don't know how accurate it really is, but there's Uncle Sam.
Okay, let's go next door to visit the famous Citrus Tower, 220 feet high and built in 1956. The price to go to the top is $6. Here's looking towards the east, towards Orlando. Yeah, you can kind of see downtown Orlando on the horizon. The large lake is, of course, Lake Apopka, the third largest lake in the whole state of Florida. And I suppose the landscape must have been a lot prettier when all this was citrus groves all over the place. Now looking towards the west, if we were high enough, we could see Weeki Wachee and the Gulf of Mexico. Yep, that's where we were, down there. And as we look north, we can see Sugarloaf Mountain, the highest point in the Florida Peninsula, although, as I've said before, calling it a mountain is a little bit of a stretch. And Disney World is somewhere out there.
I guess this is what it used to look like when it opened up. And this is what it looks like now. There's a huge bug.
Well, it is really hot up here. There's no AC and it is full of bugs, so let's go. I returned to the campground, briefly, to hang out a little more with Eriko and fly the drone. It is such a beautiful campground. The Eagle has landed. Alright, let's continue. By the way, that Citrus Tower was really lame. Definitely not worth the $6, in my opinion. Here we are by Sugarloaf Mountain. We were here once before, but I wanted to see it again without the trailer in tow. There's of course Lake Apopka. Here we are on the summit of Sugarloaf Mountain. And down we go. Okay, the idea is, I want to see Lake Apopka up close and personal, and I think I've made a wrong turn. I do believe it says private property, so let's retrace our steps. There's this other place called the Green Mountain, where we might have better luck with the view. Okay, this is supposed to be a scenic overlook, but I do not see Lake Apopka. Maybe if I fly the drone? There it is. See the observation deck down there? We continue, and our next destination is Howey in the Hills, which is supposed to be this small town on the shores of Little Lake Harris, with all this 1920s architecture. So far, it doesn't look like much, I'll be honest about it. Let's park here by the lake. kids. I don't know about the 1920 houses, but there sure is a lot of wildlife here. Well, I am going to have a late, very late lunch here at this place called JB Boondocks Bar and Grill. Local IPA from Lakeland, Florida, and yeah, very, very cool place here by the lake.
It's called JB Boondocks Bar and Grill.
Awesome burger too.
Salud.
I shall return here one day with Illy. Yeah, this solo travel kind of sucks when you're not used to it. Let's continue exploring. There is supposed to be this famous mansion here in town, the 1920s home of the town's founder and notorious citrus grower William Howey. The mansion was recently purchased after being abandoned for many years, and the new owners are apparently going to restore it to its original glory. But time will tell. We continue on the way to Dade City, which is supposed to be this charming southern town, but before we get there, I saw this sign on the side of the road to the Dade Battlefield Historic State Park. So let's check it out. It is like only $3 per car, so not bad. The fields around us were the site of the battle that started the Second Seminole War.
Second Seminole War, apparently. Let's check it out. Dade Battlefield.
They have all these displays depicting the battle and the life of the Seminole people.
Apparently it was right here where the battle happened. That's what the soldiers built.
And I always wanted to find out who this Dade guy was. You know, the person that Miami-Dade County was named after. And it turns out it was Major Francis L. Dade, who was killed in this battle, also known as the Dade Massacre. Yes, it happened right here, on this peaceful road. You know what else is also named after Francis Dade? Well, Dade City, of course. Let's check it out. It is supposed to be this charming southern town, as I said, and originally the place where I wanted to have lunch, actually, but perhaps I'm at the wrong place because I haven't been able to find the charming part. Okay, here we go. Perhaps this is it. Here's the county courthouse, which, yeah, has a bit of that southern classical revival style, dating back to 1909.
Good morning. It's another beautiful morning here in Lake Louisa. Unfortunately, time is almost up. Check out the moon. Yep, fully recommend this campground. And the best kept secret, site number 27.
Okay, how about an RV cooking show?
First thing you do, turn off the alarm. Oops, the bacon doesn't fit. Cut the bacon. You guys like bacon? I have some real onions and some real peppers in there, but today I'm having a lazy morning, so I'm going to use one of these. They are made by El Sembrador. Yeah. If you want to have onions and peppers in a pinch, and you don't feel like breaking out the cutting board and all that, this is great. Actually, before we get to the eggs, I have some spinach here that I want to do some.
Of salt, and pepper, paprika. So good. Let's flip it over. Boom. Toast some bread, and let's give it a taste test.
Good stuff.
Such a beautiful morning here at Lake Louisa. Maybe I should rent a bike or a kayak, do some exercise.
Yeah, this side of the campground is very much empty. And that's the other lake on the other side. This is where they rent the bicycles and the kayaks and all that stuff.
Spiders. Yeah. Lots of spiders. I'm actually terrified, but I'm going to try and fly the drone between the trees. I'm still learning how to land.
Check out the butterflies. You see them? Well, it turns out the rental office, I wanted to rent a kayak or a bike, I'm not sure yet. But it turns out they're still closed. So I'm gonna just go ahead and hitch up the car to the trailer so, you know, save some time.
Okay, that is not the way to do it.
I'm not certain this is something you guys want to see, but as you know, every RVer has to do it. How do you like that? It's too hot in Florida in the summer. Let's get to Georgia. Did I say summer? Last time I checked, we were in October already. It's October 10 as we speak. Let's go. Let's go to Georgia. Let's go to colder climates here.
I actually have some gravel inside my car, and what do they say? Take nothing but memories and leave nothing but footprints? And I wouldn't want to take any gravel with me, so... construction. Remember Montañez? It was around here that he pulled me over. Let's take the turnpike.
I'm riding with my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah, I'm riding with my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free.
It's not too hot. Well, we're going to Georgia. Is it the 5th time or the 6th time that I take Minitini trailer out of Florida? I don't know. So many trucks here on I-75. Makes for a stressful drive. But one positive thing about being heavy, as you know, I filled up, or maybe you don't know, but I filled up my freshwater tank almost to the brim. You don't get as much sway, you know, from the trucks passing you. So I guess that's a positive aspect of being heavy.
Riding with my RV, wherever I wanna be, 'cause I'm free, my RV, riding.
Welcome to Georgia.
Thank you.
If If you have enjoyed traveling with us, make sure you are subscribed and check out my other videos. Also, share it with your friends, spread the word, and leave me a comment. Now, if you really liked it, you have a chance to show your support at patreon.com/travelingrobert. As always, thank you so much for watching and see you on the road.